Hello, Sister Goons, my name is Alex, and welcome back to a brand new Let's Play, or should I say, welcome back to Shantae, Half Genie Hero. Now, for those who are not in the know, I did attempt to do a playthrough of this game years ago, but unfortunately, due to some recording issues, I did have to scrap it. But I got a new laptop. I still got the game. I'm eager to play it. And yeah, I figured we'd just have a little fun with this one. Now, this is the Ultimate Edition of the game, specifically for the Switch, the Switch One, let's say. Basically, it comes with a CD of the game's soundtrack, a full art book, and several different modes that were originally DLC for the game, which I did scroll by. And as you can see, I did play this game again to kind of get myself familiar with it. I'm still not 100% familiar with every item and location in the game, but I am enough to where, I can, make an educated guess and get things ahead of time. But yeah, so Shantae, what can I really say about her? She is probably well, I wouldn't say she's my absolute favorite, but she is one of my favorite gaming heroines. I think she has a fun personality. Her games are very, very humorous. They don't take themselves seriously, but they're not meant to be taken seriously. Like you live, Shantae lives in a world with magic and monsters and pirates that attack her town on like a weekly basis. So it is the farthest thing from a serious title that you could ever think of. But anyway. Now, Shantae has had various games in the past, starting on the Game Boy Color, of all things, which I don't think that was the smartest idea, because I believe at that time the Game Boy Advanced was well out, so don't really know what the original idea for it was. But anyway, I have not played that, nor did I play the Shantae DSi game. Or was it? Well, I know it was on the DSi shop, but I never had a DSi, so yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Then there was Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which was how I was introduced to the character. I saw a bunch of playthroughs of it online. I was like, holy crap, this actually looks kind of fun. But I never got a chance to play it. But I heard some good things about Half Genie Hero, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to get this. And I'm glad I waited until I did get it, because, well, as a base game, I think this is really fun. I haven't completed any of the alternate modes yet, because, well, one, they are fairly optional, or I'm just not really vibing with some of the control setup or how the characters feel. But like as a base game, it's not bad at all. It is very, very competent in what it's trying to do, which is be a Metroidvania. Now, I know it's been a bit since I actually mentioned the story, but here it goes. So Shantae is woken up by this voice who claims to be a messenger of the Genie Realm, and she's saying that there is a great evil that is going to be unleashed on both the mortal world and the Genie Realm, and both worlds are going to be in major shit if Shantae doesn't do anything. But there's kind of a I should also mention, Shantae is also kind of sort of on the lookout for her missing mother, but we don't know who the mother is. In fact, I think it's one of Shantae's longest running mysteries ever, but that's probably because I haven't played any of the other games. And if my memory serves me right, this game was in fact meant to be a complete reboot of the Shantae franchise. There was a bit of interconnected lore between the Game Boy Color games, the DS game, and Pirate's Curse. In fact, in Pirate's Curse, Shantae was using a bunch of pirate items, hence the name, and they were basically meant to replace her genie power. But, you know, okay, so this is basically what you do. What you do in the game. You go from well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. This is basically the hub world for the game. Well, crap balls. I'm actually having a hard time talking about this. Okay, so basically, what's going on here is that Shantae feels like she had a dream last night, which was brought on by comic books and an entire tub of ice cream. But she doesn't have time. Well, I should say that her uncle, Mimic, he doesn't have time to listen to her because he's focusing on building a machine that can help keep the town safe and give Shantae some time to relax. So yeah, it's kind of assumed that it is a dream, but there's not really any evidence saying that it was or wasn't a dream. So, you know. And this is one of the main things that we're going to be doing throughout Shantae Half Genie Hero. We are going to be going to places, talking to characters, getting key items, and taking them to their relevant characters. Like, for example, with Bolo here. And yes, his name is Bolo. He was tasked with getting a part for Mimic, but he basically went neuron activated for this bathhouse woman, and I mean, I think like the same could be said for like almost any woman in this game, because Shantae is known for one thing: it is having very, very appealing female character designs. I mean, like, have you seen what Shantae's wearing? or maybe even look at what the bathhouse woman is wearing. But anyway, now if I recall correctly, there is one more time that you are gonna go in the bathhouse to meet a character, but that's not gonna happen for a while. So ordinarily, what you would do in the bathhouse is, if you're lost, you ask her for a hint on where to go next, and also top off your health and magic if you find yourself like that. So anyway, now we are in the item shop, which is where we're supposed to get Mimic's item, which is a magnet, and it was next to a box of hard drives. Yeah, you don't need me to explain a bunch of the jokes here, because I think they're fairly well written for what they are. Like, I'm glad there's no fart jokes or anything like that. It would make the game a bit too what's what I'm looking for? Too juvenile, I think is the right word, but oh well. So this is the Dynamo. It's that invention that I was talking about earlier. Actually, I like that little line, the Dino Meow. I think if someone has this idea of a Shantae being in a more realistic modern world, I, I kind of think she would sort of say stuff like that online, but that's whatever. Okay, so crap, where's my phone? Some things never change, do they? I take a long break from gaming videos, and now this. Anyway, so Mimic still needs a few parts in order to complete the dynamo, but here's the thing. He lost his blueprints. And this is where Shantae mentions the basement, but Mimic, well, the tension is cut by this little guy. It's called a Tinkerbat. And these are basically foot soldiers to the character, I can't talk, to the character, Risky Boots. That's her name. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Now, and now we're also introduced to yet another thing for the game. It is traveling to different maps. So, here we have Sky, who essentially acts as a means of traveling to different areas of the world. Basically, she doesn't have a big enough bird on naturally, so she uses her her companion named Ret to become a giant, well, basically almost like a Pidgeot to Shantae's Ash Ketchum, if you catch my drift. So basically, Sky and Ret are how you get from one map to another. You can call on them, well, like, assuming that you're not in the midst of a level, you can call Sky and Ret anytime you want during the level, and they will take you back to the map screen, which is what this is. However, since you only have one major plot point going on now, we can only go to Main Street. And spoiler warning, we will be coming back to almost every area in the game because there are hidden items scattered about everywhere, and an end game and like 3 end game items that kind of dictate what ending you get. Because yes, there are multiple endings for the game. I think there's only 2, but I will be trying to go for the best one. So, this little line here actually kind of gives you a better taste for the kind of hero that Shantae is. She's the I'm struggling to find the word here, but she's very pulpy, upbeat, maybe a little cheesy at times, but she does mean well, and she does have the skills to back up her claims. Oh god, this song. Probably just gonna leave a big a gap so you guys can actually listen to the song itself, because I think this is the best track in the game. It's called Dance Through the Danger. It is the main theme of your first run through Main Street, and then I don't think it plays again until the end credits of the game, because in like my casual playthrough, I did hear this song I'm just gonna stop there. Okay, now okay, so as much as I like this game, it does have its problems. Like, for me, it's the jumping. Though that could be due to my controller, because I remember mainly playing this thing with the Joy-Cons. Because, in case you're wondering, this is the first game that I recorded on my Switch 2, which I got last year as a very, very generous Christmas gift from my folks. I appreciate them doing this. I just heard a lot of horror stories about Nintendo remotely breaking the systems and all that stuff. So I didn't want to support that kind of behavior, but you know. And also, okay, so I think another problem that I kind of sort of have with the game, like maybe it's just a nitpick. You can, you guys can feel free to tell me in the comments down below, but I kind of don't like the health system in the game, or actually, no. I think it's some of the enemy placement, because because like with those cannonballs that I had to break, as soon as you beat all of the enemies that spawn from it, it will immediately just pop out 3 more, and you need to deal with them as soon as possible in order to get so you don't have to deal with more than you can handle and get a move on, right? So, and also these barrel ones too. Like, these guys jump out of you, and sometimes it feels like you can't really you can't move out of the way in time, even though I think I actually had this problem later, but okay, so I actually did take a few minutes over here at the windows because, well, I wanted to grind for money. And money is very, 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 very important for the game, because there is a lot that you need, and the only way that you can do that is either by either whipping the shit out of enemies, or just doing it in well, actually there is a special dance that you can get, because, well, okay, so we are technically near the end of the level here, but basically vases. So we'll put a pin in dances until then. So this is one of the reasons why I don't like jumping in the game. It's these platforms right here. Motorcycles. So, okay, so the gist is that they're like the disappearing blocks in Mega Man, right? There is a pattern. You need to follow it if you want to get to the other side safely. Well, I swear I'm hitting the jump button whenever the platforms are about to go, but it feels like Shantae is a bit too heavy. At least maybe that's on my Pro controller, because I swear I didn't have that problem when it came to the Joy-Con. I swear to God. Well, but we're actually at the first boss of the game, actually. So, yeah, so every level is going to end with a boss, at least during your first visit to it, because you can revisit, and once you reach the boss area of the stage, you can just complete the level there. Anyway, So this is Risky Boots. She is one of the main enemies of the game, and honestly, I can see her fans out there. So, no shame actually, no shame. I don't blame you if you actually fall for her. But basically, she's like a one-note villain. She wants to be the queen of the seas and all that stuff. Basically the ruler of the world called Sequinland. So, this is just her latest invention, the poop toot. Don't call that. Sorry, just the fucking portrait. It was like, oh my god. You couldn't be any more fucking ferocious than that. So, this is boss number 1, the Tinker Slug. Basically, you just need to hit the bell, climb up to that explosive barrel, and whip it at the slug. Though, be careful because they will shoot cannonballs, fire cannonballs, and Risky herself can shoot a 3-way spread shot. It's weird, I know, but you can't just call over a barrel like instantly. You need to wait for the crane to reload it. And also, it's not the end of the world if you get hit by Risky once, because I think her attacks only do 2 damage, which is half of a heart. But it's still not a good idea to get hit by her. So, long as you got patience, know what attack is gonna come up next, patterns, this is really not that big of an issue. Just keep on whipping the slug until, boom, it is done. And I like how a lot of the bosses in the game just basically go up in explosions. It's actually really fun. Or fun to me, I guess. But hold on a second. Sorry about that. Very burpy today. I don't know why. Anyway, now we did beat Risky, which for us is a bit of a good thing. And Shantae, even though this is a reboot, she kind of sort of mentions past events here. Like, it's like, yeah, she mentions that she actually beats her for a change, implying that the other games are still canon, and this is the same Shantae from those games, even though it was stated to be a reboot. But I don't want to get into that. So, after you beat a level, you are taken to the Genie Realm, where they offer you a transformation. I believe you only need to do this 4 times. Well, actually, there are 4 mandatory transformations. Like this one, the monkey dance. So, since applying the switch, you just press X and go and tap on the D-pad or stick in order to transform into the animal. The older games are actually very, very, very convoluted about this sort of thing, so at least this one's pretty snappy, But though good times are never meant to last, But some of the stuff we can save for next time. Oh, but not this one. The mayor. I really freaking hate this idiot. I really freaking hate him. But I will talk about that in a later video because I guess we are kind of coming up on time here. I haven't done this in a while. So, with less than a minute to spare, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below. And if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and every little bit helps out a lot. Until next time, Celestial Goons, remember, reach for the stars. I miss doing this. I really did.